Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Everyone knows why this is the worst of all Star Wars movies. It has been reviewed by everyone and all the points have been beat to death. Bottom line, it sucks, but guess what? I dug deeper and I found more to hate that I don't think a lot of people focused on. So, buckle up, boys.
My leather jacket thriller, they're showing at the Miller. Man, I'm a lady killer. If I want her, I'm a stiller. I promise I can make her fly away like caterpillars. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
We're gonna go over 3 more reasons to hate The Last Jedi. 1. Screen time of interesting characters has gone to shit. We're in outer space. Aliens and droids are as much a part of the environment as boring humans, right? Diversity of aliens should be an issue too. At least, that was the case in past Star Wars movies. However, time was wasted on unlikable, socially acceptable characters that are all human and boring. Look at the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, which started it all and basically was the reason for the rest even being created. It had a combined total of nearly 51 minutes of droids and Chewbacca. I know that's not the only reason it was successful, I understand, but we like our non-human characters. Was that a fluke? In the second film, The Empire Strikes Back, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Yoda, R2-D2, total of 53 minutes. The third, Return of the Jedi, had approximately 45 minutes of C-3PO, Chewbacca, R2-D2, Jabba the Hutt, Yoda, and Admiral Akbar. Non-human characters. Non-human characters, why? Because we're in outer space, not on boring Earth. Enter this new boring, lame film. The last in the series, in my opinion, because the final in the trilogy has not earned my respect enough to watch. Why on earth was all the screen time used up by the Three Stooges, Finn, Poe, and Rose? What about C-3PO, R2-D2, BB-8, Snoke, and even Rey and Kylo Ren? Kylo Ren and Rey combined total was 45 minutes, overshadowed by the bumbling, boring, hateful Three Stooges and their unsuccessful side mission. These idiots had a combined total screen of nearly 50 minutes. 50 minutes of Poe being weak and making bad decisions. Rose being super female. She definitely met the PC agenda checklist. Female, Asian, and pudgy. 3 for 1 on that one. Then Finn, the comedic relief that was way more unfunny and annoying than Jar Jar Binks. Poor Jar Jar, relative to Finn, only had 17 minutes, and that's all it took for everyone to hate him in The Phantom Menace. 17 minutes versus 50 minutes like Finn? Ridiculous. While the characters we actually liked and wanted more of had the following. Snoke got 4 minutes and 45 seconds. BB-8 had 4 minutes and 45 seconds too. C-3PO had 2 minutes and 30 seconds. R2-D2, 1 minute. Yoda, 2 minutes. Chewbacca, 2 minutes. And Captain Phasma, 1 minute and 45 seconds. And that really makes me have to ask, what the actual fuck were they thinking? 16 minutes. Really? This movie was the fucking longest of any of the Star Wars movies at over 152 minutes. That's right, folks. It was nearly 30 minutes longer than the originals. But they gave me 16 minutes total of interesting, non-boring fucking human characters. If I wanted a human action series, I could watch any of the millions of fake human movies like The Fast and the Fake.
Just kill me. Just kill me. Kill me. Just kill me. And go on. Kill me. Just kill me.
2. The female versus male equality issue is out of whack. Notice how I put female versus male. Look, I agree that equality is important and agree with the issues. However, can't we just watch a movie which has a history of amazing storytelling and action without throwing in the diversity and equal rights and social issues? Nah. So, women and men are equal. Or are they? This film portrays all the men as failures, and not one man is a hero. Look, I'm not over here crusading for men, but if the issue is equality, then why don't we have a film with equality? I mean, honestly, a bunch of sniveling males in this show is just annoying. No men were heroes, they were actually all failures. Finn, Side story on an unsuccessful mission that should have never started due to another man's idea. He fought Captain Phasma and was losing badly. Watch the fight, they were throwing blows and defending, then she hits him 3 times and he falls into a pit. Rose shoots at Phasma and draws her attention away, and Finn shows up miraculously on some elevator contraption, how convenient, and sucker punches Phasma. Note that if Rose, a woman, had not distracted her, then Finn could have not gotten in the sucker punch, the only way he could have won. Finn later, heroically, is trying to save the day by speeding toward the cannon, but guess what? Rose, a woman, stops him from making a terrible mistake. I guess since she is a woman, she knew there were better alternatives other than just using brute strength and Cro-Magnon strength like all men typically do. Finn is not a hero and Rose is. Luke Skywalker, burned out loser man on a planet. Was full of hope before, now he realized, cause he's a man, so he just moved to a planet to die. He complains, milks Martians, and is generally just a loser and disappointment. But at the end, wait, he actually shows up to help the Resistance escape? But does he really? Not really, he did stall Kylo Ren for a short period of time, but the Resistance would have just ran to the back of the cave anyways without his help, where they all would have found the back exit blocked off by rocks. But wait, yay, Rey shows up, woman, moves all the rocks with no formal training because she is a woman, and saves the day. Luke then dies anyway, a lame, useless death. Poe Dameron. Oh, Poe, what a perfect example of too much testosterone, right, ladies? First, he runs off and attacks a dreadnought ship blindly and does a great job blowing out their cannons, but Rian Johnson thought, let's not make a male a hero. In the process of doing a heroic act, all the other Resistance ships show up and everyone gets slaughtered. Due to him. Good thing Paige Tico, woman, was there to save the day and be the real reason why the dreadnought was destroyed when she releases all the bombs. Secondly, Poe also questions the authority of a woman, Amilyn Holdo, the purple-haired woman on the ship, who for some reason doesn't tell him anything about the plan. He essentially comes up with a plan that takes up half the screen time of this long, boring movie, but it ultimately fails. The entire mission fails. He commits mutiny, and then Leia, a woman again, shoots him with, a stun gun and stops the unruly male ape from spewing his testosterone. Admiral Akbar. Lobster guy who was in most of the Star Wars movies, you just didn't know it. Yep, poor guy, he was male. And although the front of the entire ship was blown out and instantly destroyed him, Princess/General Supreme female lead was not, and Mary Poppins back to the ship, like some kind of Fast and Furious fake building leap. Another male failure. Also, his voice actor was pissed. Supreme Leader Snoke. Bad guys can't be a hero, I know, but they can be successful in their endeavor, right? Wrong, not if they're male. Potentially, what could have been one of the most iconic evil characters paralleling with the original Dark Sidious. Nope. Why? Not part of the PC agenda. So although he had tons of powers, he was somehow cut in half and left like a dead fish lying on the ground with his tongue sticking out. Not even the evil male could do anything right. Kylo Ren, supposed to be Rey's equal, was formerly trained by Luke Skywalker, so he actually should have had some kind of advantage over Rey, right? Wrong again. He lost to her fighting in the first movie in the forest, hence the face scar. Then he lost to her after the Snoke battle because he woke up like a loser on the ground, and she apparently was not injured at all and just hopped off and took off in a pod and found Chewie. All the heroes in this movie were women, who essentially were all hindered by men and would have had an easier time succeeding if it was not for the male species. This is not equality. This is female dominance. 3. Zero respect for the fans and our beloved characters from the past. Rian Johnson is a cunt. Zero fucking respect. If you're watching Star Wars The Last Jedi, I'm guessing the probability is that you watched the first 3 movies in the series. The majority of viewers are fans, not just a soccer mom and her kids who missed the showing of some Disney movie and decided to go to a Star Wars movie they knew nothing about. Nope. Fans. Fucking fans. Fans of Luke Skywalker, who they made into a loser on a rock, who then dies as a loser on a rock, who is a coward who did not even face Kylo Ren and dies anyway. I refuse this ending written by a PC agenda coward. My Luke Skywalker would have taken on Snoke, and Snoke and him would have had an epic battle taking 10 minutes, cutting into the time that the Three Stooges stole from us in the movie. Yes, Snoke could die or escape badly wounded, and so with Skywalker, but Skywalker would be powerful and has been cultivating his powers all this time, right? He would then face Kylo Ren injured, but still full of hope and with some limb disfigured and him bleeding to death. He would believe that Kylo could change until Kylo attacks, and he attacks back again, another epic battle ending with him barely losing but dying and the Resistance escaping because of him. Not fucking Rey and her bolder action. Han Solo, on a bridge, pleading with his lame son who is an evil little prick, gets stabbed and thrown into a blaze of fire. That's it? The swashbuckler scam artist who was cheated death and killed on a bridge by his son. I know this was in the first movie, but this is part of the beginning of the end of the worst writing ever by this total non-fan of the series and his horrible writing skills. Admiral Akbar. Yes, the lobster guy in the ship. If you don't know who he is, you're lame, but a brief update for you. Akbar was the foremost military commander of the Rebel Alliance and led the fucking attack against the second Death Star in the Return of the Jedi. Akbar became a prominent character in other Star Wars media, including novels, comic books, video games, and television shows, and he made appearances in Star Wars The Force Awakens, and this piece of shit movie, only to die an unrespectful death with no glory. C-3PO, this droid has been around for decades, but that asshole, Poe Dameron, treats him like trash. In fact, the majority of the scenes where C-3PO arrives, Poe disrespects another one of the most iconic characters in the series. Thank you, Rian Johnson, for disrespecting one of my favorite characters, reducing his screen time to 2 minutes, and then in each scene injecting that failure of a man, which I have zero respect for, berating him. Sorry. Han Solo is the only one who can diss C-3PO, not this lame PC agenda wannabe crappy pilot. 4. Kylo Ren destroying his helmet. Yes, that's right, this is an issue. A big fucking issue. You see, Darth Vader walked around with his helmet, and we wondered what's under that. Our imaginations ran wild. It was fun wondering, and the fact that we did not know added to how ominous Darth Vader was. Now, a new villain shows up with a cool helmet, sounds weird, and is impressive. But does he keep on the helmet for long? Nope. He takes it off, and okay, I can live with that as long as he puts it back on. It's a helmet, it protects his face, and it makes sense, right? Please don't make the mistake that Endgame made and have all these superheroes running around with their stupid weak-ass human faces showing all the time, like Iron Man and Spider-Man. Put your fucking helmet back on. Give me a proper villain, please. Mask on. Give the helmet a reason and make sure he continues to put it back on because it looks cool and evil. But nope, fucking nope. They chose to make him destroy it because Snoke makes fun of it. My Endgame nightmare emerges again. Just like fucking Endgame, we now get this stupid head of him jutting out. He looks like a school shooter / goth kid at high school now. His head is completely unprotected, and during war, this is just stupid and he no longer is ominous and interesting. So, in conclusion, The Last Jedi is a fitting title for this movie, because it's the last Star Wars I will ever watch. Just like Endgame was the end of Marvel to me. 2 crappy movies, blindsided by PC agenda and bad writing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, because I have big goals pertaining to my channel on here, and every little action that you take brings me just one step closer, so it would be very greatly appreciated. I also have a video where I diss Endgame, which also sucked, but I still think The Last Jedi was worse. So go ahead and unbuckle your seatbelt because the trip has come to a close. But with that all being said, I'll see you on the next one.
My leather jacket thriller, the show ain't nothing iller. Man, I'm a lady killer. If I want her, I'ma steal her. I promise I could make her fly away like caterpillars.